Hey guys, welcome back into the Stokastic YouTube channel. My name's Geoff Ulrich, and yes, we are at week 6 of the NFL season already. And in this video, we got some no house advantage picks coming at you for Sunday Night Football. We got a good one here this week. We got the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. NFC beast supremacy on the line here. If you haven't checked out No House Advantage, guys, I definitely recommend doing it. They have a couple great ways to play there. They have their pick'em contest where you're playing against other teams. You're creating prop-based DFS lineups. Really cool. You're taking 7 or 8 props, putting them throughout the lineup with different values attached to them. Then they also have their versus the house contest. It's a pick'em style parlay multiplier. We all know and love these. You can create big payouts just based on your own props, putting them together. So No House Advantage, a couple different ways you can play there. And if you are new to the site, use promo code Stokastic and get a first deposit bonus up to $50 there. Again, promo code Stokastic gets you a free $50 match there. Just a great way to build a bankroll right off the top. We also have free projections for No House Advantage at Stokastic.com. So check out those after the video. But let's get into Sunday Night Football here. Again, we got the Cowboys at the Eagles. We're going to be going over 3 or 4 picks in this video to help you get started with your lineups at No House Advantage. And look, we have a pretty low total on the board here. 42.5 is the over-under in this game. We have 2 good defenses going up against each other. A couple teams who kind of want to run the ball. We know the Cowboys want to run the ball because they got Cooper Rush at quarterback right now. Eagles just want to run the ball because that's what they do. So let's dive into it, and let's start with Ezekiel Elliot. He's got a 64.5 rushing total up on the board right now. You say, that's not that big, Jeff. They've been running the ball pretty good. Yes, but I like the under here. Our projections definitely like Zeke under for this one as well. It's a couple reasons why I'm fine going with the Zeke under in this spot. What does Philadelphia want to do? They want to run the ball all over the yard as well. They're at home. They're the favorites. I just don't think that the attempts for Ezekiel Elliott are going to be there. I'm also very, very wary of the Tony Pollard situation here. Tony Pollard, very effective running back. Whenever you've got a tandem here, even if the lead running back is the weaker running back, you always got to be a little bit wary of that guy coming in stealing a few extra carries. I just don't think that this is a good situation for Ezekiel Elliott. Philadelphia's against the opponent yards per rush has been inflated a little bit this year, but a lot of that came in week 1 when DeAndre Swift went for some massive rushes. I think that Zeke goes under on this one. This is a good one to start off for me too. Again, there's not that many ways for Ezekiel Elliott to get there in this game. I think that Dallas would really need to get out to a quick lead. Cooper Rush maybe have to throw a quick touchdown pass, then Zeke salting the game out. I just don't see this game going that way. Let's start our lineups with an under on 64.5 rushing yards for Ezekiel Elliott. Let's stick with the Cowboys because this goes with our theme of, how the game is going to go for our second pick. CeeDee Lamb, let's go to him. I like going over CeeDee Lamb here. He's got a 70.5 prop up at No House Advantage. It's a little bit bigger than what you're going to see across the industry this week, but we're pretty bullish on CeeDee Lamb. Again, you can check out projections over on the site, Stokastic.com. And I do like this spot. One thing that we have seen from the Philly defense this year, they haven't been quite as shut down as they were last year. Last year, they were basically impossible to throw on. Their corners, wide receivers just didn't get any yards versus the Eagles. They've been good this year, but they haven't been as good. They've been allowing a few bigger plays. Last week, the Cardinals, we had 2 wide receivers go for over 65 yards. We know CeeDee Lamb is still the alpha in this offense. Yes, he's got Cooper Rush throwing him the ball, but I think if you look at how this game is going to go, I think that the Eagles offense is still going to be able to move the ball. I know Dallas is good on their defensive side as well, but CeeDee Lamb, a few more big plays sneaking through for Philly. A game scenario where he's probably going to be seeing some targets down the stretch. I think CeeDee Lamb goes over this number, and this one could be good just to be a little bit contrarian in the pick'em contest. Again, you're going against other players. They might say, oh, this is a big number going up against the Philly secondary too, but CeeDee Lamb is just that number 1 wide receiver locked in. He's going to get the targets. He's going to get the usage, especially if Dallas is behind. I think this is a solid place to go over on one offensive player for the Cowboys tomorrow. Or tonight, I should say, because, this is Sunday. Let's move over to the other side of the ball. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts quickly. He's got some big props over on No House Advantage for this week. Again, we got a 2.5 over-under for passing touchdowns, and we've got a 234.5 passing total up for Jalen Hurts on No House Advantage. These are big numbers, and I like Jalen Hurts. I like the way he plays. I think that he's going to be able to win this game for Philly, but teams just do not throw the ball much against Dallas, or just don't throw it very effectively. I just think that this is too big a mountain to climb. I think there's so many ways that Philly can move the ball that they're most likely going to rotate in those backs, really just try and keep the hammer down on Dallas. disengage the Dallas pass rush as well. I like going under on both of these numbers for Jalen Hurts. He can still have a big game without going over 234.5 or 2.5 passing touchdowns. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. So let's go under on Hurts to start with our Philly offense. But if we're going to go under on the Hurts passing touchdowns, under on the passing yards as well, we really should probably be targeting an under for one of their receivers. And we do have some juiced up props here for the Philly wide receivers and even their tight ends. A guy like A.J. Brown is interesting. He's got a really big prop, but if there is one player in this game who's going to go over for Philly, I do think it's going to be A.J. Brown. So let's target Dallas Goedert for an under instead. He's got a 56.5 receiving prop up. It doesn't sound that big, but for a tight end, it's pretty big. This is a lot bigger than we've seen on Goedert throughout the season, and no tight end against Dallas has gone for more than 50 yards this year. And even Tyler Higbee on 7 catches was held under 50 yards. Dallas is pretty shut down middle of the field. They have some good safeties as well back there. So Dallas Goedert, a really good after the catch receiver. He's averaged about 15 yards per catch, but I just do not like the spot for him. And we also have a juiced up prop here on No House Advantage. I think it's a good under to pair with your Jalen Hurts under as well. Again, I just don't see this Philly passing offense trying to go high volume in this spot. Why would you against the Dallas Cowboys? They're just baiting teams into trying to pass against them, as we've seen the last couple weeks. I don't think Philly's going to fall for that. I think Philly's going to absolutely try to pound the ball, and it's going to lead to a couple unders. And Dallas Goedert, 56.5 is definitely one of those. Just to end quickly, guys, and we'll do a recap here in a second, but if you are looking for a bit of a contrarian move this week, for the Pick'em contest, again, we're thinking game theory. We're thinking we're playing against a bunch of other players in their contest here for Sunday Night Football on No House. Going over Cooper Rush, with pairing him with CeeDee Lamb and potentially even another one of his receivers, I think is a good way to go. Rush only has a 221.5 passing prop up there. That's pretty much standard what we're seeing around the industry, and only a 1.5 passing touchdown total. I think that it's very realistic. You could see him, if he plays well, go over on both those totals. I don't think many people are going to be doing that. So just a contrarian idea, potentially, if you're making lineups on a bunch of lineups on No House Advantage. They do have a 1K to first contest up there for Sunday Night Football. Also have a $10 entry triple up you can play. So a lot of different ways to play in the Pick'em contest. But that Rush over, just a contrarian way to make lineups. Let's recap here quickly, though, guys, for our 4 top picks. We're going to go under Zeke Elliott, 64.5 rush yards. We're going to go over CeeDee Lamb, 70.5 receiving yards. We're going to go under Jalen Hurts, 234.5 and 2.5 passing touchdowns. And then under Goedert, pairing him with Hurts, 56.5 receiving yards. Really appreciate you guys checking out this video. Check out No House Advantage as well. If you're new to the site, use promo code Stokastic for a $50 match first deposit bonus there. Check out the free projections on Stokastic.com after you're done watching this video for No House Advantage. Again, they are free and they're great. Check out all the great videos up on the Stokastic YouTube channel too, guys, after you're done watching this. Have a great Sunday Night Football. I'm Geoff Ulrich, and we'll talk to you again soon.